The Pittsburgh Steelers had spent this offseason building what seemed like the perfect roster, positioning themselves as serious contenders for a Super Bowl. But just when it seemed like they had everything in place, a shocking possibility has emerged that could derail all of those plans. That possibility? Trading T.J. Watt. It's hard to imagine a scenario where the Steelers would entertain the idea of moving their star pass rusher, especially after all they've done to make themselves Super Bowl ready. But the NFL is a business, and business decisions sometimes have to be made, no matter how difficult they may seem. Let's start with the facts. T.J. Watt is one of the league's best defensive players. He's already proven himself as a game-changer with a Defensive Player of the Year award under his belt. Watt is the heart of the Steelers' defense, the one player who can completely alter the course of a game with a single play. And make no mistake about it, the Steelers know that. They've made it clear they want Watt around for the long haul, ideally extending his contract and ensuring he finishes his career in Pittsburgh, where he belongs. But things aren't always as simple as they seem. The NFL is an unpredictable league. Even a player as beloved as Watt can become the center of trade talks when the right opportunity presents itself. Recently, after Pittsburgh made the bold decision to trade Minkah Fitzpatrick to the Miami Dolphins, rumors started circulating. Teams began calling to inquire about Watt's availability. And according to ESPN's Adam Schefter, the Steelers have fielded those calls. While Pittsburgh has been firm in saying that Watt is not available, it's hard to ignore the possibility that could change. We know one thing for sure. The Steelers have shown their hand this offseason. They're all in. This isn't just about rebuilding for the future or maintaining a competitive roster. This is about winning a Super Bowl now. With acquisitions like Aaron Rodgers, DK Metcalf, and blockbuster trades for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith, it's clear that Pittsburgh is making every effort to put themselves in a position to claim their 7th Super Bowl title. But for all the moves they've made, one piece of the puzzle remains crucial: T.J. Watt. But what if Watt doesn't want to stick around? What if the Steelers and Watt can't agree on a new deal? Maybe he's asking for too much money or too many years. Let's face it, paying a player until he's 36 years old, especially someone who plays such a physically demanding position, might not make the best long-term financial sense. Even with all of his accolades, it's easy to see why the Steelers would hesitate. The business side of the NFL often trumps emotions, and the Steelers could very well decide that Watt's future is no longer aligned with theirs. They might look at the market and decide to trade him while his value is still high. And as painful as it is to say, that could be a reality that hits Pittsburgh sooner than expected. But let's take a moment to imagine what would happen if the Steelers did trade Watt. The team would be forced to move forward without their greatest player, and that would be a massive blow to their Super Bowl hopes. Sure, they could replace him with another talented defender, but no one can replicate Watt's ability to change the game single-handedly. And that's where the problem lies. Pittsburgh has been building towards a championship for months now, signing high-profile free agents, making aggressive trades, and loading up on talent. But losing Watt would completely undo all of that work. Trading Watt would be a move that could tank everything they've done, leaving them with a Super Bowl roster that's suddenly missing the most crucial piece. When you think about it, the Steelers have already given up some of their key pieces. The trade for Jalen Ramsey and Jonnu Smith was a bold move, but it came at a cost. Moving on from George Pickens and Minkah Fitzpatrick left the team thinner in certain areas, all in the name of getting better right now. But without Watt, none of those moves matter. Trading T.J. Watt would not just be a short-term loss for the Steelers, but a long-term hit to their identity as a defensive powerhouse. Watt is their cornerstone. He's the player you build around. And without him, it's hard to see how they remain Super Bowl contenders. Now let's be clear here. This trade isn't going to happen overnight, and as of right now, it's still just a possibility. The Steelers are unlikely to make a move involving Watt anytime soon. But the fact that it's even being discussed shows how quickly things can change in the NFL.